Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Week 5 preview edition of Fantasy Football. Harsh
Harsh
reality.
reality.
Oh, so much to get to. Week 5 is every week is I have teams that should not be winning that are, and teams that should be winning that aren't. And,
Yeah.
and usually it's because of some catastrophic injury every week that wipes out one of my top producers in the first 5 minutes of the game, that sends the whole team into a spiral. And even though I score a bunch of points, I still lose. That's just the way. It's the story of the season. And there's more news this week.
Oh my God. So much news. You want to talk harsh reality?
The Niners.
All of them.
All of them. Okay,
The 49ers are now the 46ers. They've lost they've lost Brock Purdy. They've lost Juwan Jennings. They've lost Ricky Pearsall. I mean, and they're playing tomorrow.
And Kittle was already put on IR.
And Kittle, yeah, I mean, he's already been
But
gone.
that's what I'm saying. Okay, so now tell me if you notice this. Is it just me? Or is it just strangely ironic that everyone but McCaffrey is injured?
What are you saying? That he's stealing all of their juice?
Yes.
Keep going.
He is vampiring his own team. He is vampiring his team and passing on all the injuries to them. And he's just standing there like, I couldn't take another season on the bench, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, well, as a McCaffrey manager, I keep doing it.
Me too. I'm fine with it. I'm
pretty
fine
happy.
with it.
Pretty happy so far.
All I really wanted was the 4 games out of him. He gave me those 4 games. But I mean, I picked up Trey Benson and
now he's on
and he was gone the next
now
one.
He's on IR.
Yeah.
On IR.
But I was capable of immediately going and grabbing Demecardo in almost all those spots.
I did see that. However, I don't want to freak you out, but I'm going to mention his name twice today. The first
Michael
right
Carter.
now. Yes, Michael Carter. They brought him up. I mean, we'll see. I'd be a little nervous. Demecardo looked great already.
It should still be Demecardo. And then,
I agree.
And listen, and if the trend continues in Arizona next week, it will be Michael Carter.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, but I think you're pretty safe for this week with Demecardo. But I did wanted to bring up his name because they did sign him.
Of course, they have to. They're running out of running backs.
Okay, so Bucky Irving.
Foot issue.
We talked about it. We talked about it on our last little episode. We said maybe look at Rachaad White. We don't know. And guess what? Walking boot, crutches. That's not good.
It also is very standard. It's a foot sprain, right? One he played through in the entire fourth quarter when he had that 70-yard touchdown reception. So this is why they're not saying it's a debilitating injury. This is why he's not on IR. And when you talk about a walking boot and you talk about crutches, that's standard issue just to keep them from hurting themselves. They put them in that boot. They put them on those crutches. They say, you walk around in this and nothing else until game day, motherfucker. Because
I'm not saying that he's out, right? I'm just saying that he's questionable. He was seen in these are facts. You know, these are things that are true.
Absolutely. And I picked up Rachaad White because these are facts.
And I'll tell you what, even if Bucky plays, I would play Rachaad White over Bucky, even if he plays. I would. Because you know he's not going to be 100%. You know it, and they know it. Everybody knows it. And I wouldn't trust him even if he's on the field personally.
I could not disagree with you more. Only
You'll play him regardless
of the fact that he played through this injury last week for a massive day. So
he did. He looked great.
Now that may not be true come next week. But for this week, I'm going to go on what I saw last week, which is a guy who would still perform at the highest level.
A really tough matchup last week, too, where people were sitting him, based on the matchup. And even with the injury, I mean, what did he have? 20 points, 18 points?
Something like that. Yeah,
he did great. He did great. He looked really good, too.
He did incredible.
But so Bucky Irving, Jaden Daniels, here's some good news. He'll play. He's suiting up. He will play against the Chargers. Don't know much more about Terry McLaurin at this point, but he will be available. Lamar Jackson.
Doubtful.
Not only doubtful, they're talking about 2 or 3 weeks. Now, Cooper Rush will back him up. As Cowboy fans, we know Cooper Rush is capable for a little while. He did well. He's okay. He's one of the better backup quarterbacks.
It may actually be beneficial for one King Henry.
King Henry is exactly what I have in my notes here. Is that they are going to rely on Henry more. I have him as a must start, and I know that's stupid because he is Henry, but the way he's been playing lately and the way they've been using him lately, you kind of have to. It's viable to put him there.
I could see that being true, but at the same time, you just can't. You can't sit
Bench.
Derrick Henry.
It's really hard to bench him.
Yeah, you gotta have
everybody.
You must have something incredible. You must have Gibbs and Bijan before you're.
Yeah, Jonathan.
benching.
I have Jonathan Taylor. I have Jonathan Taylor and Bijan.
Right. Yeah, those then you could sit.
And when I sit Henry, I'm putting in Kenneth Walker. So it's like it's not, and you know what though? I might change because I am thinking like you that this could be very beneficial for him. Also with Isaiah Likely back, this could be good for Isaiah Likely and it could be good for Flowers. I mean, he's more of a pocket passer. He's going to distribute the ball. He's going to rely on the run game. I think he's going to be a little more, I guess what's the word? Standard issue quarterback?
Suckwad is the word that's coming to my mind.
Standard issue, not
Suckwad. He sucks.
That's
I'm
not
sorry.
true.
Yes, he does. Number one,
Jared Goff is talented. There's things we're going to disagree.
No. Jared Goff is very intelligent. He's Lamar Jackson is talented.
They are talented in different ways.
Whereas Jared Goff is very disciplined and very intelligent.
We will disagree on this from now until forever.
There's a difference. And the talented guys could use the discipline that Jared Goff has. It's the same thing like being a great performer versus a great writer. You're both great comedians, but only one's the great performer and only one's the great writer. And and their deficiency is usually the opposite from each other.
I hear what you're saying. I think that you are not looking at the stats, and I don't think you understand how talented he really is. You overlook him because he was always just a guy, and he was shipped out of the Rams after going to the Super Bowl, and he had that stank on him, but he has been reborn and is extremely talented.
Let me tell you the difference between being a talented quarterback and a very disciplined, hardworking, intelligent quarterback. Okay. Yeah. The difference is one of them gets traded away to the Detroit Lions. The other one gets traded for 4 first-round draft picks and gets rewarded with a $200 million contract by the Cleveland Browns.
And immediately won a Super Bowl.
No.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson.
Stafford. Oh, I thought you were talking about Stafford.
No.
Because they traded for each other.
Right. No. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying Jared Goff got traded for a bag of chips and Deshaun Watson, all talent, no brains, all talent, got traded for $230 million guaranteed contract and multiple first and second round picks. So that is the difference between just a talented quarterback and one that's just a very...
Sounds like talent is fleeting and that being a good quarterback like that is better for the league. But since you mentioned him, let's go to the Browns. Shedeur Sanders, still third string quarterback. But Dylan Gabriel will be starting instead of Joe Flacco. He's gone,
which I love. Well, he's not gone. He's technically the backup. But if anything happens to Dylan, like throwing 3 picks against a Brian Flores Minnesota defense in London, this has got to be one of the worst opportunities for a new quarterback to come in and start.
Oh, so you're happy. So you're happy it's not Shedeur.
No, I would love it if it was Shedeur. I would much prefer it if it's Shedeur because, again, I think he's more talented and more disciplined. But I just think any rookie quarterback, Brian Flores' defense is one of the toughest attack defenses in the league. And then you're playing overseas, which is the worst kind of travel because there's no way no matter how many times you traveled the country playing college ball, you never went to London. This is a totally different time difference. It's just bad. And so for me, I think it's but I am excited. And I think the team, particularly that defense, will be stoked to have anyone else giving them a shot.
Totally agree with you 100% on everything you just said, especially the defense. But Dylan Gabriel's in, and that's cool.
I like that. I like Dylan Gabriel. Anybody but Flacco.
Right. And now we've got Braylon Allen likely out for a while.
Yeah.
I know he's a backup, but just, next man up, Isaiah Davis. keep a peek, take a look at him, make sure he's out there. And
what a weird game for him too. Braylon Allen was having a great game.
he
Then
really
he
was.
fumbled at the goal line, and then he got injured. Like that was not the ending I thought. I don't think anyone saw coming for Braylon Allen.
I feel bad because I didn't see it coming, but I tried to make it happen as a Brees Hall manager. I was really like rooting for that, so I feel a little bit responsible. And I'm sorry, Braylon. I only wanted it for that one game.
Listen, I'm going to go out and say it right now. You are unequivocally to blame for Braylon Allen's demise.
I'm so sorry, Braylon.
And he needs to take it up with you personally.
He should. Call my lawyer. It's cool. I get it. And you can use this as evidence. Exhibit A, Your Honor. But he's out. And another decent bit of news, take a look. I had him for a while on a couple teams, but then everyone really got injured, so I had to get my IR spots. Anyway, look for Tajay Spears. He has returned to practice. He will be he's going to be a good running back. There's a lot of insecurity out there in that position. I would just say take a look if he's there and you have an IR spot and you've been so busy and so confused, especially with bye weeks and everything happening now. Just take a look. Maybe he's there and you can just slide him in and wait and hold and not even take up a bench spot. And until next week, then he'll probably.
I would say don't touch him unless you already have Pollard. If you have Pollard, you need the handcuff. If you don't touch him. I've had him since he was backing up Derrick Henry. The guy is annoying. He's like Charbonnet. He's never going to give you enough, but then he'll have flashes where he does, and then you'll start him, and then he'll fuck you. I'm telling you right now, unless you have Pollard, stay away. I'm sorry.
All right.
We're on very different planes on that one. Again, I've had him since the Henry administration.
No, look, all I was saying is that he right now, he's still his IR status. Yeah. But some people like me, I had him just stashed away in my IR.
Right. I have him stashed away right now too because I have Pollard. Which, by the way, for the audience, I want you to know we were going to do this whole new segment this week. We don't have time, but it was called "Put Some Respect on Their Names," and we're going to talk about ATN and all these guys that have really battled this season to deserve some respect. The Jacksonville defense. Who else? Who were some other ones we were talking about?
Well, let me see if I can find my list. I think that might be right here. Yeah, here we go.
Who are some other names? Just really quickly.
That's not it.
I know I might have it as well. So these were names, and I really wanted. Pollard is an infantryman working with zero air support. Okay, he's out there taking bullets on the front lines, face to face, and the planes are just flying over, dropping nothing. Giving him zero air support. He's still healthy. He's still playing, which to me is remarkable. He's taking all the shots, and you got to put some respect on his name. I'm sorry.
You're totally right. Okay. Fair enough. I was looking to see if I had it, but
I have it. The other ones we have.
You may as well run through them quick. Yeah.
Really quickly. We had Kenneth Gainwell. Gainwell going there and making everyone look stupid right now. Quinton Judkins showing up, delivering. Luke McCaffrey showing up in his limited roles and delivering. Marcus Mariota playing pretty well. Jackson Dart, ETN was a big one. Ricky Pearsall, but he's out now too. He's out now too. Devontae Adams, who completely doubted in the new, and he is an absolute.
So what round did he go in?
Like third or round 3-4? Yeah, at back
maybe
of the
bottom
third,
of the third, right?
Back of the third, start of the fourth.
What a great value!
Great value. Him,
Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas Jr., Lad McConkey. These are people who went ahead of him.
Yeah,
right.
But him and Keenan Allen, I think, are proving to be the two bargain pickups from the late round.
Major bargain, my God.
Yeah, he was like round 8-9. So, which thank you, Lord, for small favors, because Lord knows they need it. Thank you.
Yeah, and my biggest regret is not having enough faith in Puka because I was afraid of Stafford's back going into the season because we hadn't seen him play. But my God, he is on pace to catch 1 trillion balls this year. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
He is just hyper targeted. People know it. They can't stop him. Okay. So anybody else on that list? We had ETN. We had anybody else there? The Jags defense, you said, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Jags defense. Those are all, just guys that we were just talking.
We think are awesome and don't get enough mention.
Aren't seeing enough credit, and they are really in there doing their thing and showing up and being good and not leaving the field broken every day, with the exception of Ricky Pearsall. Sorry. So let's get into it. What do you want to go into? This is the week, or do you want to do the must
What are we
starts?
going to do? Let's start with what are we going to do?
Oh, okay. Go
Because
ahead. I didn't prepare. What are we going to do?
what are we
I
going
think
to
we
do?
had no time for it, but go ahead. You lead us
I'm
off.
going to give you three quick names. You
Give me
ready?
three quick names. Let's
You
roll
ready?
with it. I love it.
Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, AJ Brown. What are we going to do with these? I mean, Tyreek Hill, obviously, he's gone. How are you going to fix that? Like, what are you going to do about it?
You know, that's the thing. I really think, obviously, Malik Washington is supposed to step into the number 2 role. But if it's one thing I've seen in the past, is that Westbrook-Akine does have chemistry with Tua.
I forgot he was there. I totally forgot he was there.
I saw it last season. At the end of last season, he really had that chemistry. And so you don't know which one of these two, but one of these two is, I think, is going to be the number 2, has to be the number 2. I can't tell you which one, though.
I would think it would be Malik. I mean, they're already bringing his snaps up, and they're using him great, like in so many.
No, he was the number 3, but
right.
now he's the number 2.
He'll go up to 2 under Jalen.
And yeah. Jalen Waddle,
But actually he'll be 3 because number 2, if not 1, is going to be Darren Waller.
And Waddle needs he break easy. He's fragile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he must be handled with care. So we may be looking at a situation where Malik Washington and Westbrook-Akine are 1 and 2 very soon. Because now Waddle, all the attention's on Waddle, baby. So
well, I think there's going to be a lot of attention after last week going on to Waller. I can't believe how good he was. I thought it was a joke. I thought we wouldn't see him play. He looked amazing after 5 years, 2 touchdowns. No Tyreek Hill. He's going to get a lot of targets. Clearly, Tua was like, well, I can count on you. And he may be the number 1 pass catcher on the team. He
how long do you think?
I would say probably 2 to 3 weeks while Malik and Nick,
I would say 2 to 3 weeks until he gets injured.
Oh, yeah. Well, God, let's not put that out there.
I'm just saying that's kind of what he does. And here's the other thing. So it's one of 2 things with him, and I can't see it clearly. Like last week with Andrews, I knew he was going to float back down to earth. And sure enough, he did. Right. But this one, it really goes one of 2 ways. Is that the last big game we see out of him? Like that's his week 1, where that's the mirage, and then the rest of the season he's a flat line. He's down there with the 3 receptions for 26 yards. Or is it one of those things where he becomes the lightning, becomes comeback player of the year?
I think that's more likely.
And honestly, I'm kind of getting the comeback player of the year vibe. I'm not getting the one and done vibe, which is so hard for me to say because I feel like I'm almost jinxing the poor guy saying that. But I do honestly get more of I see this possibly turning into comeback player of the year status versus 100%. This is week 1 Ross.
What was that guy? John Ross III. Remember him? Cincinnati Bengals. Week 1, 3 touchdowns. Looked like he was
unstoppable.
Unstoppable. Never saw him again. Everybody went to reach and grab.
Hollywood Brown.
Perfect.
And Quan Bolden. The list goes on.
We've been doing this a while. So what are we going to do about Jamar Chase? I mean, I know we can't. I mean, look, let me ask you this. If I wanted to trade you and I wanted to get something from you, let's say I gave you have your running backs are like, Kenneth Walker and what's another middle running back. But if you had somebody
ATN?
ETN, okay, somewhere in that range, and you have, maybe a Chris Godwin or something like that. If I give you Jamar Chase and a little bit better running back, I give you Kenneth or whatever, I give you somebody, would you trade like somebody either even Evans right now while he's hurt? Or even CeeDee Lamb right now while he's hurt. Probably not because he's not
CeeDee Lamb.
Soon.
He'll be back with his quarterback and right back to number 1.
Like, what would you be willing to trade for Jamar if you were going to do it at all?
I mean, let's look at the team. Let's look at one of these teams.
If you can package something decent,
Okay,
maybe you
for
move him.
Jamar right now, I mean,
Yeah.
really, if you wanted to take advantage of one situation over the other, well, I don't know. Ashton Genty's just getting hot, and you got to see if he's going to keep getting hot. But he's still on the fucking Raiders, and so that may have been the big day. So it may have been a great opportunity to switch him out. I'm not saying to. I didn't do it. I
Sell
don't think you
high,
can because
right?
what
Buy
you're hoping
low.
is this is the start of the rise of Genty. That's what you're hoping.
It's got to be. I would not get rid of him if I had him. I have him. I'm so
Ooh,
happy it
I
finally
know.
happened.
It's tough for me to find someone. I guess if I had to, Scattaboo.
Scattaboo and what? Because I'm not just going to trade straight up Chase for Scattaboo.
Then you get nothing.
I might
Because
trade up. I might trade Jamar for
you
Scattaboo if I
would,
need a
because
running
Chase
back.
is
But
giving you nothing right
but I
now, and
need. But I'm going to
Scattaboo
need.
is giving you
Right.
production.
But I'm going to need a wide receiver if I'm getting rid of Jamar Chase. Like he was
But
my
I will
101.
say, listen, I'll say this. If you want to buy low on Jamar Chase, you better do it now before they trade for a QB, because you trade for the QB and that was yesterday's price. Today's price is the price, and it's not the same price. And in fact, it becomes untradeable because you're willing to, like, moving to Jackson Dart and Dillon, like you're willing to give anybody a chance to cut. Can someone just get this man the ball?
Well,
And there are guys.
in Browning's defense, he did play two of the hardest defenses in the NFL back to back. He's going to play another hard one this week against Detroit. But after that, his schedule does ease up a bit. And he was decent last time he took over for Burrow. But yeah, they might try. I don't know who's out there.
I think they should.
What
hear
do you
me
got?
out.
What do you got?
Flacco. It solves a lot of problems for both teams because it ends the controversy in Cleveland. You're not going to go forward with Flacco. It's going to be these two guys. If one fails, you'll try the other one. But these are your guys. You can't go back to Flacco. You lost 4 games in a row. He's old. He's not the future. He's definitely like, you got. He's in the way now and creating controversy for no reason. So,
and they could probably get him on the real cheap because they just benched him.
Yeah. So
it's like, look, I'll give you a 6th rounder if you give me Flacco, right? Maybe that's not a bad idea.
And then all of a sudden,
you know who would be great? Hold on. What about this? Go to the Giants and ask for Jameis Winston. How about that? That would be pretty cool.
I would actually go Flacco.
Fun.
I would prefer Flacco over Winston
over Jameis.
Flacco can hit a receiver.
I mean, can he? Ask Jerry Jeudy about that.
He's not Jamar Chase.
No one is.
That's what I'm saying. But you give Flacco Jamar Chase, I think he has a much better chance of getting him the ball than Jameis Winston.
But as a fantasy manager, I would much rather see Jameis Winston.
Well, yeah, but I mean, right. I just don't know there's any value there. I mean, you could maybe even get Russell Wilson away from him.
Oh, that's a good one too. Right. You could get either one of those guys.
Yeah. But that's got to be better than they will make that move. It is coming. I know they're trying to pretend like, no, you're not. The writing's on the wall. You can't keep doing this. It's a mess.
He'll get 2 weeks. He'll get this week, and if he completely is inept again next week, he does.
I think this is the last week that he gets. If it looks
Detroit's
like the other
hard,
doesn't matter. This is their schedule.
He's a pro. I get it.
You need someone who can play these guys. Otherwise, there's no point for Burrow to even bother trying to come back this season.
Right. Do you really think
if there's something to come back to?
Maybe. Yeah.
If it isn't scorched earth.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It isn't. It does feel like the world is crumbling. It's week 5. It's 18 games. It's 18. You get 17. You play 18 weeks, 17 games rather. Yeah. So maybe you're right. That's an interesting thought. You've got some interesting thoughts there for the team. I wonder how it's going to play out. If one of those things happens, I got to say, man, we're going to have to show this clip again because no one else is saying anything even close to this. This is outside the box thinking.
Would you trade Scattaboo for Jamar Chase? Not Scattaboo. Kyler Williams.
Kyron
Williams. Kyron Williams.
You know what? I think I would because I see Blake Corum's snaps going up. And we all know that Kyron's one of those guys too. Although, look, I respect him. He should have respect on his name. Although I'm not, what I'm saying
His scoring hasn't been great this season, though.
No, I think, well, you know what? I have to look. I think he scored in the first 3 games, didn't he? I thought he had one in each of the first 3 games. I think, because I think he had a streak, or was it? Maybe I'm confusing him with Josh Jacobs. But anyway,
he had okay. So his points were 13, 9, 18, 9. So he's like, you know, up and down. Now, he's on.
Well, this is a great week. It's going to be 19.
I was going to say this should be the pattern holds up.
These trends continue.
He just made the must start list.
Well, who's not starting Kyron
Exactly.
Williams?
I don't put him on.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got
if you have him, you're starting him. You're not going to not start him.
Just like Derrick Henry. You're right. That you can't put him on there. You're right.
Yeah. He's like, oh, really? Newsflash.
So okay. So I love this idea. So maybe I'm going to start. Hopefully, Jamar. God, all I need is serviceable if I'm thinking of trading him. And I'll have to look and see if who's out there and what I could. I wanted to take your temperature. The Cam Scatterbo is an interesting one. It's an interesting one. I like it because he's a pass catching running back, and he's awesome. And I know Tyron Tracy's coming back, but he lost that job as a starter. I mean, he's not going to. That's been taken.
I mean, until Scatterbo gets injured, then Tyron Tracy's just kind of he's a handcuff right now.
Okay, now. And I know this is very personal, and we don't have to take too long on it, but I'd like to suss it out a little with AJ Brown. And I don't think I can trade him. Like, I don't know what would you give for AJ Brown?
Some idiot in one of my other leagues, Jeremy Curry, gave up Scatterbo for Brown.
AJ?
Yeah.
Wow, that's really, I would give Jamar, I think, maybe.
And I told him, I was like, you idiot, what are you doing? Scatterbo is going to be amazing. AJ sucks right now.
Mm-hmm.
But name for name.
If you need certain things, look, they're the champs, all this other.
I hope it screws him good. And he traded to the guy that already has an amazing team. Oh my God.
Well, maybe that's good. Maybe he gave him a little time bomb to go off and blow up his team. Maybe he's going to see that name and want to play. I don't know. Jeremy. I don't know this week, but I will say
this guy he fucked up. It's simple.
He blew it. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. It's hard to bench him, especially now. I mean, everyone's either hurt or
listen, he's like BTJ. Like you look at the projection, you look at the name, and you look at the results, and you're like, but this is the week. And then every week is not the week.
I'll tell you what, I actually have one of those. This is the week.
Okay.
We're that exact situation. Lad McConkey.
Well, good. Yeah. Let's get into it. Go ahead. Let's get into it.
Now that you mentioned it, but so AJ Brown, you're fucked. Sorry, pardon my French, you're fucked. But Lad McConkey, this is the week he's going to get a touchdown. I'm just saying he's going to get a touchdown, and I think he'll see more targets.
This is the week that Detroit is everything one. QB1, RB1, wide receiver 1, tight end 1, and defense 1.
And Jake Bates.
It's remarkable to me that Cincinnati has become the town slut that everyone can score on. And
as a Dallas Cowboy fan, you have to be really bad for us to say that about you.
Yeah, and when you look at what did we say last week about Denver? It's a get right game for Denver.
Nailed it. Yep.
They got right over Cincinnati's chest.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, and so if that's what Denver could do, okay, the only thing that I think stops them from really running up to like 66-12 would be if they bench their starters in the fourth quarter, and that would be the only thing that I think might stop.
Oh my God, they totally
because I just don't see Cincinnati having any kind of a fight, even though they are at home. Just the whole team's belief system is through the floor.
But you know what? If they do bench those players, that means that they did so well in those first 3 quarters that you're going to get a good fantasy game.
Absolutely. Yeah. But I mean, talk about a blanket must start. I'm saying this is the week where we may see the first Quadruple crown.
Crown, yeah, quad crown.
Quad crown. First quad crown.
I've never seen one of those.
I mean,
You know what? I hope we do now. I want to be here for it. I want to witness history.
it could happen this week. That's how hot Detroit is, and what a hot mess Cincinnati is.
So it's funny because I guess maybe I'm just mad at Dallas, and I keep picking on them because of what they did with Mike and all that, and how crappy our defense is. I've got Justin Fields. I've got Justin Fields.
Oh, yeah.
And Breece Hall as the number ones. I got, especially with Braylon Allen out, it's going to be so much better. And Dallas, whoo, I don't know who's worse for the run game, Cincy or Dallas defending. Anyway, I almost put Garrett Wilson. I almost put this week now. They're 40,
they're terrible against the run.
And the 46ers, talk about Baltimore, they're the Avens, they're the Vins. They've lost the Ray. They lost the whole they got nothing left over there, bro. They might just be the Ns.
Yeah.
But anyway.
The Ers.
You gotta be careful with that.
There's no
that
49.
Like a hard R. Sounded like a hard R.
It's just the Ers. Oh, it's a hard R. It's the hardest R.
It's the hardest R.
It's all R. It's all R. Just the Ers. There's no 49. There's just Ers.
Oh my gosh. That was good. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, so I got Justin Fields and Breece Hall as number ones this week.
Okay.
What do you got for this is the week? Yeah, I've got two more.
Those are my main ones. That was at the Detroit thing.
I got two more, and they're both for the Texans. This one is, and it's going to be an official thing that Woody Marks officially takes over, and I mean more snaps and more percentage on the field than any other running back. It's going to be official. He was the waiver wire hotness. We totally been talking about him for a while. People finally caught up. He's in. He's off your wire, and people paid up for him.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't get him.
No, yeah,
too expensive.
You were close.
I tried.
And then Nico Collins, I think, is going to finish as the wide receiver one versus the Ravens. Their defense, their offense, everything is sick. Do you know what the spread is on that game? The Ravens versus the Texans?
No.
Houston, -2.5.
Oh.
Mm.
Now, does Houston even have one win?
Yeah.
I think it was last week, right? Versus Tennessee. Yes. They beat Tennessee last week, right?
Everybody beats Tennessee.
Everybody, right. So they have one win versus Tennessee, the worst team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And they're
playing at Baltimore too, by the way.
And you're saying that this team,
the
1-3 team that barely beat Tennessee.
By the way, so are the Ravens 1-3 with Lamar, but go on. Same record.
Are going to go into Baltimore.
Yep.
And they're going to beat the Ravens.
That's what Vegas is saying. And I think Nico Collins, will be the wide receiver.
I mean, if you think about it, they're -2.5 in Baltimore. That means that's like they were right. They were favored by
4.5.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to move even further by the time this airs. I think it's going to go. I think the line's going to move to over. I bet you it's going to be 3.5 by kickoff. But anyway,
that's how inspiring Cooper Rush is.
But they're not thinking about King Henry, who's like, you know what? We don't need Lamar. Y'all are mad and up. You know what? Put it on my back. I can do this.
Well, I was going to say this could be one of those situations where, they finally do the game plan they should always do, which is just give it to Henry. You have to just run him, and then everything opens up.
Yeah, we all know that he gets better as the game goes on. The
I
more
know, and
you use him, the better he gets. It's one of those rare running backs. Frank Gore was like that.
So was Le'Veon Bell. Remember,
Bell was absolutely.
They had to build the whole game script around Le'Veon Bell, but when they did, they beat everybody.
Dominated
to the point where he thought he could take a year off and still be good.
Yeah, he really screwed himself.
But it was really just their game plan was so built around him. You couldn't put him in another game plan where they tried to use him here and use him there. That he couldn't. That's not how he worked.
Didn't he have Antonio Brown at his prime and one of those guys together?
Yes.
I mean, boy, that really helps you. when you got Antonio
But
Brown
also
in
the
his prime,
blockers knew how to block for Le'Veon Bell, which
and his
required that
stutter,
patience.
his vision,
Right.
his
His
vision,
patience and letting you guys do your work first and getting after it. If your line isn't coached up to do that, then it doesn't work. And
totally.
it didn't.
No, but now your hand is forced. We'll see what happens.
And now I'm wondering if the Ravens are like, okay, you know what? Let's just give it to Henry over and over and over again. Because Cooper, and then if it's third down, then we'll fucking throw the ball.
Yeah. He might even catch a few passes. Like,
I hope he does.
I bet you he gets 5 or 6 targets in this game. That'd be great. I'd love to see that.
His target and reception rate, like he's like in the 90% because they don't throw to him often.
Right,
but when they do, he generally catches it. He's far better at catching the ball than they give him credit for or use him for.
Yeah, he's better catching it than holding on to it.
Well, you shut your filthy mouth.
You
shut your filthy mouth when you talk about my.
I'm just trying to motivate you,
King Henry.
You're on my guillotine league. Yeah. I am gonna die if you don't do this. So come on.
You know, the thing is, though, the reason they don't throw to him very much isn't because he can't catch it. It takes him forever to get set up out in the flat.
And to get going after
totally, that's what I'm saying. For him to go to the flat and then stop all that meat and turn it around takes way too long. Like the quarterback is sacked, the play is over, and he's just barely turning around with the ball. And genuinely, that's why they don't throw him the ball very much. I mean, anybody can see that, but it just drives me crazy.
Slow juggernaut,
Yeah, exactly. He just does that kind of
the first couple is like everyone can take you. Dude.
Yeah.
But once he gets going, look out.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you thinking, man? You want to do some starts and sits?
Let's do some starts and sits. Must start for me. You know who I really like this week, and this isn't that anything's changed. This is a very plus matchup.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Justin Herbert. I really love the Herbs this week versus Washington at home. Washington's been generous to the quarterback and the receiver position to the tune of like 6th or 7th most points given up. They've been running the ball a lot lately. Yes. And I've been complaining about that. And I even picked up Dak Prescott in one of our leagues because I feel like
lucky.
But I had to spend for him though.
I know, but good job.
I was like, I'm not spending the rest of the season without an option like this.
Worth it.
But these next 2 weeks, I feel are very, very good Herbert weeks. I say must start Justin Herbert versus Washington.
You know, I really like that pick, especially because Jaden Daniels is coming back. I think they'll be forced to throw. I think that, that the game is going to be a little bit closer than it's been. Mm-hmm. They can't just ground and pound, and he'll have to get more involved. And I think you might see him do some rushing as well. Like he did the first game. He had like 50 rushing yards or something. I mean, close, over 40, I think, but looked good. And he can. I think that's a good one. That wasn't what I thought you were going to say. What other quarterbacks you got?
Goff at Cincinnati. Sure. Obviously, my brain kid, they're going to destroy everything. And as you had mentioned before, Fields versus Dallas. Obviously, because it's Dallas, and he can run. He's really ticked up the running, and that's saving his bacon, to be perfectly honest. But man, when he does
that 40-yard touchdown run,
what a run! Oh,
I mean, I was like,
that guy, his stride. He can get places in 4 steps that take me 20 minutes. Like
I almost tore my ACL watching him run. He did a cut, like a thing. And I was like, "Oh!" And I thought my knee broke. Like
it's a gorgeous stride. He's fun to watch run.
Yeah.
And when he gets going in full stride, you're like, "Boy, you ain't slowing this guy down. This is something."
Yeah. Or you're not going to catch him is the issue. You can't get a hand on him. He's so elusive. Anyway, so I also had Justin Fields, but here's the guy I thought you were going to say when you said Justin. I thought you were going to say Daniel Jones.
Oh, well, I think most people are going to start him anyway, but
I don't know, man. He hasn't been lighting it on fire. I mean, Daniel Jones, I think I want to give people I believe he's a must start against Vegas. They're at home.
Okay, I can see that.
After what happened with Adonai Mitchell, that could have been a completely different game. I think he's going to be more motivated. I think they're going to give him the ball, and I think he's going to hold it with both hands, and he will clutch it to his chest, and he will run like that. Like I've seen, there's a lot of tight ends do that all the time. They catch the ball and they just run like this. They just run and they put their head down away from
well, they know everyone's going to be,
from
this
the
is
side.
the NFL. The Peanut Tillman changed the game.
He sure did. Now that dude, you should put some respect on his name.
Put some respect on his name. He changed the game with the punch out.
Yeah, made it way better.
And now everybody is in every position.
So I've got Daniel Jones and Justin Fields as them. My running backs, you'll be glad to know that I have Tony Pollard.
There you go.
And David Montgomery.
Okay.
Everyone is going to eat. I think that they're going to get up by so much. They're going to be like, all right, Jameer, you're fine. And they do it all the time where both of them get 100 yards and 2 times. I mean, they could both go completely off the same exact way.
Yeah.
But I'd say he is, after the turd, he did that hero game, then laid a turd, and now it's that flip-flop
up, down kind of thing, yeah.
And I think that's this game, you can really trust him. Like you said, everyone's going to eat.
Everyone's going to eat. Exactly.
From the defense down to
David. I'm 100% behind that because everyone's going to eat. For me, I have Demecardo versus Tennessee. I mean, again, as bad as the launch point is for Dylan Gabriel in Cleveland, that's how good the launch point is for Demecardo versus Tennessee, who's been pretty much a sieve all season long.
Right.
I love Scattaboo in New Orleans.
Love
Marks versus Baltimore is a must start. I mean, like you said, you think he's going to take over, but I mean, I just think he's going to do a lot with his opportunities because it's Baltimore and they're the first to give him the most points to the position.
So the beautiful thing with him is that Cooper will throw it to the running back, and he is a pass catching running back. He will open up these screens and short things and then break them off. It could be really good for the whole team.
Then ATN on Monday Night Football versus Kansas City. I think this is going to be a tough game for Jacksonville. I think it's going to be a tough game for Kansas City. Jacksonville, he said put some respect on that defense's name.
Right.
But I think ATN is going to be the guy they're going to rely on in the short pass game to do what he's been doing the whole season. He's a must start. And I tell you what, no one else is going to tell you it's a must start right now.
Let's hear it.
This is I'm sorry, he's in the tight ends. So
okay, all right. So let's go to wide receivers.
Let's do wide receivers.
Why don't you lead us off with? I do.
Okay, so again, much like you, McConkey. I have McConkey. The vibe I have for Herbert, I think equals a McConkey thing to happen this week. I just got the vibe.
Yeah, same.
Start McConkey.
Yep.
Wandale Robinson. I mean, now if not now, when? You know?
Yeah.
Yes. Jameson Williams. I know he's been a turd burger, but again, in this game,
ooh, that's a sleeper flyer, bro. That's not
I think you could start him up.
Well, I guess you're right. This is, if you want to
get the week. You want to get some points out of him, play him. I promise you he's going to get something. Okay. Shakir versus New England. I think Shakir is really well. And it's on Sunday Night Football. The lights are bright. Josh Allen. He's going to get him the ball.
Show up in the primetime game.
He's going to get him the ball. He's going to have a good game. Marvin Harrison versus Tennessee. Again, Tennessee is much like Cincinnati. It's a good get-right team. You know, it's the town slut. Everybody's going to score. Exactly. And I feel like Marvin Harrison, after he finally lost his virginity last week.
Nice.
So he's crying in the end zone, like, finally, can you see me now, Dad? Can you see me now? Like, yes, he sees you. Fucking catch the ball. And Chris Godwin at Seattle. I think Seattle's going to be a tough game for them, especially if Bucky's foot isn't 100%. And Rashad White is not Bucky Irving. I'm sorry. Even if he gets his snaps, that defense is very good. They're in Seattle. And I think the guy that's going to have to step up is going to be Godwin. I think you must start Godwin this week because they're going to be all over.
He got a lot of targets. I didn't think that they were going to target him that much.
I did not either. I thought it would be Sterling Shepard because he's still a little gimpy. Nope. Yep. They were like, Godwin's here. Throw and target Godwin. And I think they're going to have to in Seattle. I like it as a big must start for Godwin.
Nice. Well, I've only got two. I've got Tedrow McMillan versus the Dolphins. And this one, hear me out, Jordan Addison. At Cleveland.
Okay.
So they're going to be focusing on Jefferson. And Addison, he wasn't hurt. He's not coming back from injury. He was suspended for like
Right.
I think smoking pot or something or whatever it
I
was.
thought it was
Like
gambling. Was it
gambling on smoking pot or
Well,
whatever.
something on just nothing
Some
injury related.
unsavory. Yeah,
Right.
right, exactly. So he's mad. He came back and right away touchdown, 16 points first game out of the bat. I think that people are not. There's not tape from him except that one game this season. And it's a different quarterback too, or maybe it will be. I don't know. So it's going to be interesting. I think he's a must start. I think it's a good situation, even though Cleveland's defense is awesome. I really think that I'm putting a must start on Jordan Addison.
Okay.
Tight ends, let's hear your crazy one. I want to hear it.
Well, it's Fannin. It's
Wow.
Fannin for Cleveland versus Minnesota. Okay, so here's my thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So Dylan's coming in, and what happens when these new guys come in? They
Rely
never
right on the
throw
tight
to the
end.
guy. They never throw it to the guy you think should be the guy. They throw it to whoever it was they were working with in preseason.
Right, the B stringers.
So who was the rookie working with in preseason? Probably the other rookie.
Yep.
So I feel like Fannin is going to be his go-to, his safety valve, his first look. Like, I think it might be a huge Fannin day just because.
And he's a big, both those tight ends are giant.
I know, and I just feel like that's the chemistry he's already going to have. The comfortability will be there. It's going to be somebody weird. I just think it probably will be My money's on Fannin.
That is that's a risky one, but I like it. You backed it up with good logic. So you know what? I can see it. For my tight ends, I got Dalton Kincaid versus New England. Although New England's defense is good, they are the worst in the league versus the tight end position. So
worse than
fire up Kincaid and Darren Waller at Arizona. We talked about this. I mean, I just think that he's already proven that first game. I think he's a must start. It's hard to pick these guys. Tight ends are tough, man.
Right. And listen, even if he only gives you 5-6 points, so would somebody else. So
right. Laporta might, no, Laporta this week's gonna get you a lot.
I think he's gonna have a real good game.
Yeah, I think he'll do better than Mark Andrews.
Yeah, I think so too.
Anyway. What about defenses? You got any of those? Or
I do. The Rams defense versus versus
San Francisco. Yeah, the
Urs in on Thursday Night Football. First of all, Thursday Night Football is always terrible for the offense.
Yeah,
always better for the defense. I picked up the Rams defense, and then today I almost switched to Arizona because they were still sitting there. But then I was like, let's just see who's playing on Thursday night before we make any changes. And then half the teams that I'm like, I'm sticking with the Rams. And in fact, I went searching for the Rams in other leagues they've picked up everywhere else. So I was glad to have them in at least one. I think they're going to be a real points bonanza on Thursday night. My other ones are Cleveland versus Minnesota and Minnesota versus Cleveland.
I love that.
Those are those two defenses I think are must starts this
I've got one of those versus each other.
Yeah, okay.
The New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. I think you start either one of those defenses.
Okay, I think you're absolutely right. Yep.
I don't have them as must starts, but I've got Arizona and Seattle Seahawks.
Right.
Those are my two.
Okay.
Even though Seattle's playing Tampa, I don't know if you've looked at their defense lately and what they're doing, because they're not a sexy team, really. It's like that's why people are.
The Seattle defense has been phenomenal.
Yeah, they've been fantastic. I don't think people are talking about JSN as much as they should either. I mean, it's just, but he's top 5.
Yeah.
So
and
far,
Darnold, you need to put some respect on Darnold's name. That was the guy that was on the list.
Yeah, I had him.
Darnold, he was one of the guys you were talking about. You got to put some respect on his name. He's doing the job. And a lot of people were saying, and when I say a lot of people, I mean Jonesy was saying that he was just a product of the Kevin O'Connell system, and Kevin O'Connell could do that with anyone, and he was going to go up there and eat a bag of dicks. Well, who's eating a bag of dicks now, Jonesy?
Okay. Yeah. Well, he looks a lot better than JJ. He looks a lot better than Carson.
Yep.
So
he's looking
how
real
about
good.
them apples?
Yeah.
Bet you wish you had him back. All right. So with the good come the bad. Who are we sitting on the quarterback side?
For me, Bo Nix versus Philadelphia. I know he looked real good on the town bicycle last week, but let's not forget he was playing Cincinnati. Right. He's going up there to Philadelphia, which is not easy to win it.
It's a city of brotherly love.
Not a lot of love.
No love.
So Knicks ain't gonna do you right this week. Sit Bo Nix, sit Carson Wentz versus Cleveland, and you got to sit Geno versus the Colts. This Colts defense, I know on paper they're not terrible, but this is a very good defense, and Geno is very, very bad.
Geno is dead to me. So
Good.
I don't even hear. You can't start a carcass. You know,
those were.
You can't start a carcass, so I don't even accept that as a statement. Yeah, it's very triggering when I hear his name.
What's happening? I can't start this carcass. Dude, texting you Gino every time he did something terrible was the delight of my weekend. I mean, just knowing, and you're like preoccupied and be like, what?
I'm driving. I'm trying to grill for my parents.
Yeah, I know.
And there's an audio message I picked up. Hey, Gino! I'm fucking Greg. Oh man. All right. Well, I got a couple.
Okay.
Matt Jones, if he is in fact going to be the quarterback,
He must be. We know he is.
Whoever I don't know, was he okay or did he quit? I would have maybe quit. You know, if I was like,
know.
everyone is not playing. I think I've got
my foot.
Yeah, I've got whatever, something like whatever gets you out of it.
It looks like it is going to be Mac Jones.
Going to be Mac. Oh boy, they should trade for Garoppolo. Anyway, that'd be funny bringing back. But Mac Jones, we're going to sit him at the Rams. I feel bad for him because he's the next on McCaffrey's vampire list. I think it's going to be bad. And then
McCaffrey's vampire list is what we're calling it.
I mean, I don't know what else to call it. It's
like Shanahan went down to the crossroads and he was like, what do I got to do to keep McCaffrey on the field? They're like, oh, you can keep McCaffrey on the field.
The whole season.
Okay, but the whole season?
No, I need him the whole season.
Playoffs.
And playoffs. If we should get there, yeah.
That's gonna cost you. I can't tell you how much.
Whatever it is, I don't care. Whatever it is, I need him on the team. No, deal. Sign it in blood.
There you go.
There goes everybody.
Everybody else.
Everybody but McCaffrey.
You get to keep McCaffrey. I am taking everybody else.
Enjoy McCaffrey all season long. Good news is you won't have to worry about playoffs. Well, my other sit is Tua at Carolina. I don't know. I think Carolina's defense might show up.
Carolina's defense is better than advertised. And again, without Tyreek now, he's got to figure out they don't have a Chris Godwin waiting in the wings. Now it's a mystery meat. Now is it Malik Washington? And you know what?
Is it
even
Nick
if
Westbrook
it is, right? And even if it is, can he get the ball to them? Like just because they're out
really
there
have time
doesn't mean that this affects everybody, including Achane, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Sadly, Achane is almost. It's almost not possible to affect him the way they use him because whether they hand it to him, although Ollie Gordon, I think he might have got a little banged up too. I think.
Yeah, no, he did. I think so. Yeah.
So if that's true, then Achane's probably the only real surefire thing you can count on over there. Other than, he's the only.
Although
one
he seems fine. Ollie Gordon right now seems like he's physically okay. So he's listed as healthy, so he's okay.
But they'll dump it off. They'll dump it off to him. He'll have 10 catches.
It's going to be the Achane day, really, because
it should be.
We'll see what else transpires. It'll be interesting to watch it unfold, but I agree, bench Tua.
And then, unless maybe this is the week. I don't want to say it, but maybe this is the week that they overuse Achane and break him.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I was thinking the same thing when I saw Ollie Gordon. I was like, now might be the right time to go ahead and grab him because.
Speaking of which, I did grab Kendre Miller. I feel really good about seeing his name on my bench.
I got one on my bench too. I got one. I picked him up at one spot. I'm like, all right, we'll see where this goes. We'll see where this goes. I also grabbed Isaiah Davis.
Nice. You never know.
They clearly like the two back thing. So
exactly.
Let's see. He's got juice. when he handles the ball, he's got that juice. So
he was good. He's got fresh legs.
Yeah, looked real good. Fresh
All
legs
right.
are worth it.
So who are you sitting for running backs? Or did you say
Two guys, two running backs. Yeah, mine were Nick Swenson, Gino.
Right.
My running backs, Chase Brown versus Detroit. Again, they're in full free fall, and Detroit's just gonna maul them. And then one Tiger is just gonna kill the other.
Yeah.
Pacheco, one lion's going to kill the tiger. The lion is going to eat the tiger.
Now you got it.
There we go. Pacheco versus
the
Jags.
Same.
I know he looked good. But Baltimore, very easy against the run. First, easiest against the run. And now the Jags are much stronger against the run, like very, very, very much. And so I don't like Pacheco. I'd sit him.
I have him also as a sit. And I got Bill Krosky.
Yeah, that whole dynamic.
Sorry to say it.
I've had to throw the pieces away because it's like, I don't know. You got three guys, three rotating heads.
Alexa, stop. Sorry.
Sorry.
Reminder.
But you don't know who's going to get what from minute to minute, game to game.
I want to believe in all these guys. I like Rodriguez Jr. a lot, but they don't seem to want to use anybody.
No, they don't seem to. They've made it clear. They're all RB1. We can use them for however long we want at any time. So
it's weird.
They've made themselves obsolete for fantasy purposes.
Sadly.
Makes me sad because I got a lot of shares of Bill Krosky.
Yeah.
He was a late night, him and Scattaboo, and I was just like, I'm off this game. I'm done with this little game, this charade. I can't play this game no more. I'm not going to waste another week waiting for you guys to maybe decide, you know what? No. When it comes
better to have the lottery ticket of Kendre Miller on your bench and hoping we know that it can very easily turn into Aaron Jones and that he will, and he's already elevating even with Kamara healthy.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be better at some point. You're gonna be glad you did it. I really think that.
Yeah.
What about wide receivers? Who are we sitting?
I only have one, and it is Judy. I know that with the new quarterback, you might think, start Judy. No. Just because, like I said, they always have chemistry with, versus Minnesota. And they always have chemistry with somebody weird. That first game is always someone, you're like, oh, that guy, Farmer again. Farmer. You're like, who the fuck is Farmer? Where did this guy come from? He's wide receiver 9. They elevated him this week when they installed Dylan Gabriel. Like, it is going to be.
He won a reality contest, and now he's on the team.
He was the MVP of the USFL last season.
There you go. Flag football champion.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
And that's who it's gonna, I hope it's Fannin. That's the closest guess I can make. But you don't know who it is, but I know it's not gonna be Judy.
Although Cedric Tillman, I don't know if he's gonna play. If he doesn't, that should help Judy.
Versus Minnesota, this is gonna be a very difficult game for Dylan.
Yeah, this is gonna be hard. This is gonna be tough. Good one. I've got two. One is Devonta Smith versus Denver.
Yep.
I don't feel like, as bad as AJ Brown is, he's still better than Devonta Smith. If he can't do it, Devonta ain't going to do it.
AJ's reading books. Devonta's writing them.
Yeah.
He's over there.
What do you think of this one? Yeah. He's getting his cardio in for sure. I mean, he's running around. He's got a lot of routes, but
Devonta Smith.
Is that your Devonta Smith?
I'm writing a book. I'm writing a novel.
Wow, I didn't know how much Devonta Smith looked like Chuck Schumer. Weird. Anyway, let's stick to football. And then Cortland Sutton, just as you said, sit Knicks. You know what? Sutton, yes, he scored, but he was not the number one target.
No, Troy Franklin
and Nims both are getting a lot of targets. Even Dobbins was getting a couple, and then anyway. Cortland Sutton is great.
And RJ Harvey.
And RJ Harvey, who, by the way, respect on his name.
Not yet. No,
I think
not
so.
Yet. No.
He looked.
You got to show me more than beating up the town hooker.
Okay, you know what? Fair. But he sure could beat that. He beat the hell out of that hooker. And he made an impression.
That's what she's there for.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
To help you get your confidence back.
What about tight ends? Who are we sitting?
Mark Ingram again at Philly. I think this is going to be a struggle bus for that offense. They're gonna look like a little more than before last week than last week.
Did you say Mark Ingram?
Evan Ingram, sorry, Evan
That's
Ingram.
better.
Did
Yeah,
I say
I'm
Mark
like, wait a
Ingram?
minute. I think I heard Mark Ingram, and I'm like,
Get in
yeah,
the time machine.
right, yeah,
Go back 2019.
and
You
change him from
sit
a
Mark
running
Ingram.
back to a tight end, and then
Now,
sit him.
Evan Ingram, who
Yeah.
listen, I'm still waiting for that guy to pop, but it ain't going to be this week versus Philly.
Yeah.
And then, Andrews versus Houston. Again, I think he's just going to be not what you expect. He's not going to give you that other game again. And I actually have all Baltimore wide receivers versus Denver, which I should have had on my wide receiver. Sorry. Because again, it's probably going to be Cooper. And Denver's defense is going to probably have a real nice time with that. So I don't think there's going to be much there for them. The Baltimore receivers in general, I would sit them.
So for tight ends, yeah, you have been talking about Jacksonville's defense. Travis Kelce to me is a must sit this week versus
I agree.
that defense.
Yeah.
He's been okay-ish. I mean, as far as tight ends, though, it's like there's not been anything so good other than what we saw from Waller. I mean, that was basically the only real big thing we've seen in tight end kingdom so far. So he's been serviceable, but I think this week is a must sit. And TJ Hawkinson, I don't know if people are tempted to start him anymore. But if you are, don't do it this week.
Not versus Cleveland. Yeah, very tough matchup.
Yeah.
All right.
What about your defenses?
I don't have any major sits that were like, that you were going to play anyway, really.
Well, I've got two. And one is you got to sit the Avens and you got to sit the Ers.
I know, I agree with that. You gotta, the Avens and the Ers. The Avens and the Ers must take a seat. Sit down.
Okay. Should we get into some DFS and help the people pick their lineups or what?
If you have some, I do not have any DFS.
All right, then I'll
go where you load them up on DFS.
Although
wait, I had some flyers. Didn't I have a flyer? Oh yeah, I've got flyers still.
Well, that's the same.
Oh, DFS flyers.
DFS flyers, sleepers. Yeah, it's all the same.
Sorry.
What do you got? What
I have wide receivers that I like in the flyer game. Jackson Dart, I liked him last week. He did pretty good. He had some run through some touchdowns.
That's a quarterback.
Yeah.
You said wide receivers.
Oh, I meant quarterback. We're starting with quarterbacks.
I got you. That's why I went right.
Starting with the quarterbacks, Jackson Dart at New Orleans. Yep. And, call me crazy.
You crazy.
Trevor Lawrence versus Kansas City. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay? Because it's Monday Night Football. If ever this kid were going to show up, Liam Cohen is going to call the plays.
Wow.
And I think they're going to have to sling it to keep up with KC. It's a flyer. It's a flyer.
Okay, you know what? You're right. It's a flyer.
Trev Law, Monday Night Football.
Absolutely. That's a good flyer. Good flyer for sure. It can't be expensive. My quarterbacks.
That's what I'm saying. It can't. No, both of those guys should be pretty cheap.
Yeah. So my quarterback flyers are CJ Stroud at the Ravens, right?
Okay.
Or at the 5,200, and Bryce Young versus Miami, 4,700.
And I like that pick a lot. Bryce is coming on. He's coming on. He's getting it together.
I like Tet this week, and I think that we're going to see something happen. And Chuba's always been great. That's another guy. Put respect on that guy's name. He should be up. Chuba Hubbard is very, very, very good.
But he's starting to split time with Rico Dowdle, unfortunately.
I know, who also looks really good.
He does, actually. He looks really good.
We should maybe trade for a guy like that.
Yeah.
Oh. What about running backs?
I like Nick Chubb as a flyer.
Yeah.
Okay, Woody Marks hasn't sealed this up just yet. It's still shared. It's still a great opportunity. And at the goal line, I feel like they might turn to Chubb first. So as a flyer, DFS play, flex play, Chubb versus Baltimore.
Well, I actually have Woody Marks. He's at 5,400. I got Kendre Miller at 4,400 and Michael Carter, 4,000. Demecardo, I think, was 46 or 48, just for the record. to put it out there.
Yeah, it might go up though.
Demecardo?
Yeah.
I mean, it's already higher than he's 800 more. It might.
Oh, it did go up. Oh, it did go
Yeah,
up.
it's already high. It's already
okay.
higher. It's already
That
higher
makes
than
sense.
because so Michael Carter's 4,000. So he's even the cheaper one. And then here's a crazy one. Sean Tucker. I didn't write down the number though, and it bothers me. I can't tell you how much he costs. But Tampa Bay, if Bucky doesn't play, Rashad's going to be spelled. And Tucker actually showed some real.
Oh, he's a baller,
juice.
boy.
There's some real juice.
Yeah,
right?
he reminds me a bit of Montgomery, the way that he runs. A bit
Angry.
like a little bit of power and a little bit of speed. He's got a little bit of both, and it just kind of just bowls right through you.
He's like Snuckles, right?
Sure.
Like a Sonic and Knuckles.
Right,
Snuckles.
like Snuckles.
He's both. Anyway. Well,
here's you in that joke. Oh, it's out there.
So close. So close.
Bit of a reach.
I had a couple. I had a couple good ones. What about wide receivers? You got any of those?
Yes, I do.
What do you got?
Slayton at New Orleans again. We feel like there could be a connection there. So again, as a flyer, he's probably incredibly cheap.
I think he was 46.
And again, and just flyers, BTJ and Travis Hunter versus Kansas City again because it's Monday night, and I think they're gonna have to throw. Flyer. I think both of them. One of them's got to do something.
I guess you take whichever one's cheaper if you're going to go for a flyer.
And Travis Hunter might be the option, and he might. I mean, he's starting to happen a little bit.
If what you say is right, if your beliefs are correct, then he'll need to be part of this to make that happen.
Absolutely. And the other one is Westbrook-Ikhine, who we've discussed, and
love it.
I think he might have that chemistry. We'll see, but he's a flyer.
So I got a couple. Look, I don't know if you've been watching any of the Arizona, and if you have, my condolences. It's not been fun, but watching Arizona play, Greg Dortch is a guy you might want to take a flyer on. I think he looks pretty good. He looks like a real athlete. He shows up from time to time, but this season I'm like, you know what? You got some little spark. He's 3,400 for Greg Dortch. Adonai Mitchell, 3,600. Malik Washington, who we spoke of, 3,900. And revenge? ? Stephon Diggs versus Buffalo. Is this he's only 4,800. That's less than $5,000. Maybe.
I like
flyer.
I like it.
How about tight ends?
I do not have any flyer tight ends. That's it for me on the flyers.
I got two, and those are Isaiah Likely and Mason Taylor versus Dallas. The Jets tight end. Again, I think Dallas just sucks. Mason Taylor's 2,800. Isaiah Likely is 3,000. Will it be a Cooper Rush effect for Isaiah Likely? We shall see. And if it is it good? Is it not? Take a flyer. We'll find out. And for the defense, 2,100 Saints, 2,400 the Texans versus Cooper Rush, and for 2,500 the Browns versus Minnesota.
I like that one a lot. I like them Browns. I think they're going to have a good day.
Yeah. You ready to make some people some money? We should start by saying that we're sorry for what happened last week. I for the first time got it wrong, not just once but twice in one sitting.
I got both of mine took a dive, and I played yours too to try and make up for it.
So sorry. It's the first miss I've had. I'm gonna make up for it.
Listen, I have another buddy who was like, who is a great sports fan, gambler, and whatever you want to say, and he's big time gambler.
Degenerate.
Total degenerate. Yes. And he's like, who are your locks? I told him mine. I go, who do you like? And he goes, the only one I really see is the Ravens -3.5 versus Kansas City. So I'm like, let me get on that one. And we all whiffed. Everybody whiffed last week. So I feel like it's a pretty common thing. I was not great last week.
So we apologize. We're going to make up for it right here, right now, starting with what Greg is going to tell you. Do it.
You go first.
All right. My lock and this is only if Vegas doesn't take it away, is the Rams -3, right, against the Ers.
It's now -8.
Are you being serious?
I'm totally 1000% serious.
Wow.
It moved
When
5 points.
when I wrote this,
did you bet it this morning?
No.
Well, you missed it because it's now -8.
All right. Well, since that lock is off, I am going to say my lock is Kansas City -3.5 versus the Jags. I think it'll be close, but I think they will win. Maybe not by a touchdown, but by more than a field goal.
Okay.
And I got a dice
honestly,
roll
you know what? I got 2 dice rolls. I got no locks.
Fair. That's fair. Good.
I'm not going to call anything a lock. I'm not seeing anything as a lock. But honestly, the Eagles -3.5 against the Broncos, even though it's over 3, which isn't my favorite, but versus the Broncos, I think they can outscore them pretty handily.
I like that one.
And the other one is the Lions -10 over the Bengals. I think it's
wow.
I know it's
you don't like -3. This is -10.
Well, this is different. This is different. I mean, they're up against Denver, which has a fantastic defense, whereas the Lions are up against the Bengals, which don't have a defense.
This is the perfect game for the refs to rig.
They have that most prolific offense versus the worst defense. 10, yeah, I think if they're going to win by like 24.
Hey, who knows, man? Whatever the refs look, this is what Vegas does. They're like, oh, it's going to be simple, it's going to be easy, and then someone's in the pocket of somebody. Next thing you know, Jahmyr Gibbs 8 fumbles, and the week after that, new mansion, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah.
So just saying, it seems too easy, but 10 is a lot.
10 is a lot, but I feel like 10 it's going to be double 10. It'll be 20, 24 points.
Okay, so I've got 2 I like.
But they're dice rolls. I'm not saying they're locks, but they're the 2 I like.
I've got just 2 quick dice rolls, and the first one is the Ravens +2.5.
Okay.
You know, just as a dice roll, right? Who knows? When's the last time you're going to get the Ravens plus? You know, who knows? We'll see what happens. Perhaps, like I said, dice roll. And then the over-under for the Saints and the Giants is 40.5. I will take the under in this game with Spencer, or what's his name? No,
Spencer Rattler. Yeah.
And Jackson Dart facing off. They both had decent defenses. It might be close, and Dart's a little banged up too, and the way he plays, that could be bad. So I'll take the under. Dice roll.
I like it.
That's it. That's all I got for you, my friend.
This is all very interesting. I hate that. I just love it. It goes so fast. We're already to week 5.
No.
And remember, you can always listen to this on Spotify. You know, if you want to listen to this while you're driving, which, you know, if there's anything more annoying than traffic, it's probably the sound of my voice. But you can always listen to us on Spotify. Enjoy us here on YouTube, and of course our clips that we put out all the time. I think that's it.
Yeah, hit us up. Hit us up with questions.
Feel free to hit us up on
I saw that you actually have a tight end question on your TikTok. Somebody had a question for you. I'm trying to remember. I think they were asking between John, because we did the Theo Johnson.
Let me
liking that one. So somebody asked, would you do him or Mason Taylor?
Theo Johnson or Mason Taylor? I need a tight end badly.
There it is.
This was 19 hours ago, so it may have been before waivers processed.
Well,
I would definitely go Theo Johnson.
I don't think that either one of those guys are going to be scooped up, off the wire. So if he needs one, you could still give him an answer. But yeah, reach out to us. We will respond.
I just responded to him. There we go.
See, there you go. You just saw it in action. That's how we do it.
Because to me, I think Theo Johnson's got a real opportunity here with Jackson Dart. I like him a lot, and in fact, load him in as a must start under those tight ends.
You want to hear something funny? I got a comment on one of mine, and a guy said, "Stay less," and I was like, "What? You don't think that what I'm saying is good?" And he's like, "No, I mean, you don't have to say anymore. I'm sold.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
And did you say stay less or say less?
Say less.
Oh, say less. Yeah. That's the
Yeah.
phrase. That's the new version of say no more.
Oh, see, I'm too old.
I know. I learned it. I learned it from the young comics as well.
I didn't know that.
And also, it's a phrase that's kind of come and gone. But it was it had
wow,
a hot
I missed
minute.
it.
Yeah, you missed it. It was like last year. We were like, say less, say less. You know, and just meant you said enough. And although I hated it as an expression, because I'm like, it's literally impossible for me to say less.
Right. That's not what
I can't take back what I've just said. I've already said it. Like, how do I say less? I say no more. That makes sense. Say less makes no sense. And
maybe they're saying say less in the future.
It can't apply in the future.
All I know is you don't know me or Greg if you think we are going to say less about anything.
And all I can tell you is, it ain't gonna happen. We're gonna say more.
Anyway, reach out, man. We're here. We'd love to answer your questions. I mean, I think we can help.
Week 5, I leave tomorrow. I go to El Paso. I'll have to watch the games there, which will be, it'll be interesting. It's always
You're going to be in Dallas area?
Yeah, no, I'll be in El Paso. The Dallas gig got canceled. So instead, they had to drop out in El Paso, reach out to me. So we can go to the El Paso comic strip. That's where I'll be Thursday, October 2nd through Sunday, October 6th. I think that's how that works out. So that's it. This has been the Week 5 edition of Fantasy Football Reality.